Hello, today we will see the topic of semiconductor. First, we see the overview of semiconductor. There are first we see the semiconductor, then p-type semiconductor, n-type semiconductor, different types of diode, forward bias diode, reverse bias diode, characteristics of ideal diode, I2V characteristics of diode, and last is rectification. First we see the what is semiconductor. There are three types of conductor, semiconductor, and third is insulator. So what is semiconductor? The semiconductors are it is a conductivity between insulator and a conductor. The semiconductors are the materials whose electrical properties lies between the conductors and the insulator. The different types of semiconductors are silicon, germanium, also different types of semiconductor, gallium, Ga, silicon in Si, and germanium is in G. Germanium it is in Ge, silicon Si, gallium Ga. These are the different semiconductor atoms we used in semiconductor system. Mainly the two types of semiconductors are intrinsic semiconductor and extrinsic semiconductor. First, what is an intrinsic semiconductor? The semiconductors that are free of doping impurities are called the intrinsic semiconductor. The semiconductors are formed after adding impurities are called extrinsic semiconductor. Practically we use extrinsic semiconductor because of intrinsic semiconductor having a power system donor impurity is low. So in extrinsic semiconductor we can add impurities to extrinsic semiconductor, so practically use the extrinsic semiconductor. There are two types of semiconductors. First is n-type extrinsic semiconductor and second is p-type extrinsic semiconductor. Before processing, we see types of semiconductor. We see the doping process. The doping is a process of adding a certain amount of specific impurities called dopants to a pure semiconductor to increase its electricity conductivity. The doping is a process of adding a certain amount there are different types of doping: donor doping, acceptor doping. In n-type material we use a donor doping, and in p-type material we use a acceptor doping material. Let's see it's in type of material. First p-type and second is n-type. P-type material semiconductor. The semiconductors are classified into a p-type and an n-type semiconductor. In p-type semiconductor, the material is one in which holes are majority carriers. They have positively charged materials. So the p-type semiconductor have a positive charge on holes. While in n-type material, the electrons are the majority charge carriers. So they are negatively charged materials on n-type material. So the p-type material holes are majority carrier, and in n-type material electrons are majority carrier. In p-type semiconductor also the holes are majority carrier. So the example of holes which is in majority carrier is we use in p-type material the holes are the majority carrier, so we use the gallium atom which is in majority carrier having a 3 free of electron, so the holes are created in p-type material. While in n-type material the majority carriers are electron. In n-type material we use the carrier is atom is arsenic atom, which is the conduction band with silicon. So in n-type material there are 4 conduction band are created in n-type material, and the one free electron is added used. So the n-type material the donor doping is used, and in p-type material the acceptor doping is used. So these are the types of extrinsic semiconductor. After that we use the main electronic device or a main semiconductor device which is called as a diode. This is a semiconductor device having two terminals, anode and cathode. The conventional current flow which is from towards anode towards cathode. The electronic device is created by bringing together a p-type and n-type region within the same semiconductor lattice used for rectifier and LED. In the rectifier and LED circuit, the diodes, which is the main component used in a rectifier. LED means a light emitting diode. As shown in a figure, there are free electrons in N region and the free of holes which is in P region, P-type region. We see in diagram there is a symbol of diode. The anode is the first terminal and cathode is the second terminal. The conventional current which is flow towards anode towards cathode, it is represented by a following symbol, and the arrow represents the direction of a positive current flow. In N region, the free of electrons are maximum, and in P region, the free of holes are maximum. Maximum means in N region the majority carriers are electrons, and in P region the majority carriers are holes. So in N region the majority carriers electrons are moved towards the P region, and the P type, the holes are the majority carriers, are moved towards the N region. That is called as a depletion region. First we see what is a p-n junction. P-n junction, how the p-n junction word is formed. A p-n junction is formed when n-type and p-type semiconductors are joined together. The boundary between the p-type and n-type regions is called a junction. At the p-n junction, the electrons from the n side move to the p side and recombine with the holes. Holes from the p side similarly move into the n side where they recombine with electrons. As a result of this flow, the n side has a net positive charge and the p side has a net negative charge. As shown in figure, a p-n junction is formed when n-type and p-type semiconductors are joined together. The boundary between p-type and n-type regions is called a junction. At a p-n junction, the electrons from a n side move to the p side and recombine with the holes. The holes from p side similarly move into the n side where they recombine with the electrons. As a result of this flow, the n side has a net positive charge and the p side has a net negative charge. The last point is, what is a depletion region? In depletion region, the p-type electrons having a majority carriers are holes, and in n-type region the majority carriers are electrons, and if holes are moved towards n region and the electrons are moved towards p region, the region around the junction is left with neither holes nor free electrons. This neutral region, which has a no charge carrier, is called as a depletion region or a depletion layer. This layer, which has a no charge carrier, is a poor conductor of electricity. Means there is no any charge on this layer, nor an electron charge or nor a hole charge, nor a positive charge or nor a negative charge. This region is called as a depletion region. The next point is we see in next lecture. Thank you.